Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kalina Yankova, violinist, educator and entrepreneur. Today we're going to talk about one of the most fundamental techniques for violinists, playing with a straight bow. Straight bow ensures a consistent tone and quality and control. It's all about keeping your bow parallel to the bridge. So now it's going parallel to the bridge. We will cover some arm motion and wrist positioning and bow placements, and I'll give you some interesting both new beginner and advanced tips for your bowing. Let's get started. So the first thing I want you to see is how your arm is actually moving when you play with the bow. Imagine dividing the bow in three parts: the frog, the middle and the tip. And while playing from the frog and up, the back of your arm will change. So when you play down bow, this part of your arm will go slightly back. Now, and when you are approximately in the middle and to the tip, the arm will move forward again. My teacher told me once to stand next to a door frame and use the door to keep your arm from swinging backwards. So imagine that you have the door here or a wall and you draw downwards, and it's very usual that a student will go forward like this, and that will result in a crooked bow. So the door frame or the wall will actually prevent you to do this. You can try this movement by also holding your hands here to prevent your arm go too much forward. I used to play a fun game with my students. So I'm placing the eraser on their wrist, and as they keep the movement of the bow down, they have to keep the eraser on place. And what naturally happens is that you want your wrist to go a little bit up. That also prevents the eraser to go to the floor. Interestingly, playing a fast bow often keeps the bow straighter naturally, and slow bows can cause students to tilt or curve the bow. So practice different speeds of the bow. I can try to demonstrate playing fast bow. That's much easier for me, but playing with slow, you really need to look at the bow and see it all the way down and up. And the best way is to record yourself or to stand in front of the mirror, because just looking at the bow from this direction, it's very difficult and it's not the correct angle. A teacher once told me this other fun exercise that you can ask small students to do is to go up with your wrist and touch your nose. So it's this. Or you can also go to your shoulder. So up and put the bow on your shoulder. You can also ask your students to identify if the bow is straight while rotating it, and then stop in the position that they think it's straight. So you ask them to rotate, and then without looking in a mirror or in a recording, just identify if the bow is straight. And many of them stops like this, because from this angle the bow looks straight. So, as I mentioned before, the best way to train the bow to be straight is to look at the mirror or at a recording. If you're a more advanced student or a teacher, you can try to focus on keeping the bow in one consistent spot on the string. And then just keep looking at this spot to try and maintain the same position. Try and see if that can be helpful. Another fun exercise that I do with my students, I call the drop. So as you play down bow, let your arm move slightly forward. And as you play up, you move it slightly inwards. This creates some counter movement to the bow and helps keep the bow straight. You can start small. Begin by using short bows and play with flat hair all the way to the frog and raise your wrist slightly when you go upward. And once you feel comfortable, gradually increase the bow length and work until you can play with the straight bow throughout its complete range. So to recap the main points to master a straight bow, remember these couple of steps. Understand your arm's motion, position your wrist correctly and monitor your bow's alignment, and practice with a gradual progression. Try any of these tips, they are not connected. Try the one that feels most appealing to you, and then if that works, well, you achieve a straight bow. So then you can try another tip. I hope that this video will help you improve your bowing technique. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more violin tips and tricks. Thanks for watching and happy practicing. See you in my next video.